Story 1. The Rolls Royce Revelation. 10 years had passed since high school, and Alex still remembered the taunts from his classmates like fresh wounds. He was the quiet kid, the one raising his little sister after their parents' accident, working odd jobs to keep food on the table. Loser, they'd call him, led by Jake, the star quarterback with a smirk that could cut glass. They mocked his faded clothes, his beat-up bike, and the way he'd skip parties to tutor for cash. When the class reunion invite arrived via email, Alex nearly deleted it. "Come celebrate our glory days," it read, with a winky emoji from Jake. He knew it was a setup. Jake had texted separately, "Bet you can't even afford gas to get here, single dad failure." Alex's daughter, now 12, saw the hurt in his eyes. "Dad, show them," she said, hugging him. He smiled faintly. What they didn't know was that those late nights coding apps had paid off. His startup, a simple budgeting tool for single parents, had exploded during the pandemic. Investors poured in, and now he owned a quiet fleet of cars, including a sleek black Rolls Royce Phantom he'd bought on a whim. The night of the reunion, the hotel ballroom buzzed with laughter and clinking glasses. Jake held court at the bar, regaling the group with stories of his car dealership struggles, his third divorce looming. "Remember Alex, the orphan nerd? I heard he's still flipping burgers," Jake snorted, drawing chuckles from the old crowd. Sarah, the cheerleader who'd once dumped soda on Alex's backpack. Mike, the jokester who'd hidden his books. They scanned the door, waiting for the punchline, Alex showing up disheveled, ripe for ridicule. Then, headlights pierced the window, a long, shadowy form pulling up. The valet opened the door, and out stepped Alex in a tailored suit, his hair neatly trimmed, exuding the calm of someone who'd outgrown grudges. Whispers rippled. Jake's beer paused mid-sip. "Alex." "No way," Sarah gasped, her eyes wide. He nodded politely, shaking hands with a few who approached tentatively. Jake sauntered over, forcing a grin. "Well, look who dragged himself out of the gutter. Driving mommy's taxi tonight." The room hushed. Alex met his gaze evenly. "Actually, it's mine. Custom order from London." He tossed the keys to the valet who'd followed him in, the rolls gleaming under the chandelier light like a silent accusation. Gasps echoed. Mike choked on his drink. "Wait, that's what, $500,000. Someone pulled out their phone, searching the plates, confirmed, registered to Alexander Hale Enterprises, valued at $100 million last quarter. Jake's face drained of color. "Bullshit. You. The loser with the kid sister." Alex shrugged. "Life changes. I built something real while you were busy peaking in high school." He turned to the group. "I've got a foundation now, helps single parents like I was. Scholarships, childcare grants. If anyone's struggling, hit me up." Sarah, red-faced, stammered an apology for the old pranks. Mike slunk away. Jake tried to laugh it off, but his voice cracked. "Hey, man, water under the bridge, right?" Alex smiled thinly. "For me, yeah. Hope it's the same for you." He spent the evening chatting with the outliers, the ones who'd been kind back then, sharing laughs about old teachers, not old wounds. By midnight, as he slid back into the Rolls, Jake watched from the curb, alone, the mockery mirror turned on him. Alex drove off into the night, the engines purr a quiet symphony of vindication. Story 2. Echoes of the Empty Crown. In the sleepy town of Elmwood, high school was a battlefield where popularity was currency. For Ethan, it was bankruptcy. Orphaned young, he juggled school and a part-time gig at the local diner, grease stains on his uniform matching the ones on his soul from endless jeers. Brad, the golden boy with a trust fund and a football scholarship, led the charge. Single dad wannabe, he'd sneer, especially after Ethan mentioned saving for his aunt's medical bills. The invites for the 10-year reunion came with fanfare, Brad footing the bill at the country club, promising epic throwbacks. Ethan's phone pinged with a group chat. Loser Ethan's RSVP. LMAO, he'll show in his apron. Ethan, now a divorced father of 2, stared at the screen. His ex had left him broke, but in the ruins, he'd found gold. A chance meeting at a tech conference led to co-founding a cybersecurity firm. Patents piled up, clients from Silicon Valley called daily. His net worth, 8 figures, easy. The Rolls Royce Cullinan in his garage was just the cherry. He decided to go, not for revenge, but closure. The club was decked in balloons and banners, old yearbook photos mocking from the walls. Brad, balding and beer-bellied, clapped backs with forced enthusiasm, his car lot barely afloat amid scandals. "Where's the entertainment?" he joked to the crowd, eyes on the door. Sarah, Brad's ex-sidekick, giggled nervously. Then, the gravel crunched outside, a massive SUV rolling in like a panther. Ethan emerged, kid's drawings tucked in his pocket for luck, suit hugging his frame like success should. The room froze. "Ethan, holy shit," Mike muttered, the former wingman now a mid-level accountant. Brad approached, arms wide for a bro hug that missed. "Dude, you clean up, okay? Still slinging hash browns?" Ethan chuckled softly. "Nah, traded the spatula for servers. This beast handles off-road data breaches better than mud." Whispers turned to awe as someone Googled him mid-conversation. Headlines: Local tech titan donates $2 million to orphan care. Brad's grin faltered. "Wait, you're that Ethan? The app guy?" Ethan nodded, pulling out his phone to show a photo of his twins on a yacht vacation. "Life's funny. Built walls to keep threats out. Turns out, it kept the good in too." Sarah cornered him later, tears in her eyes. "We were awful. I'm a teacher now, see kids like you were. I'm sorry." Ethan forgave easily, grudges were heavy luggage. Brad, slurring slightly, cornered him by the bar. "Must be nice, rolling up like that. Compensating much?" Ethan's eyes steadied. "For what? The nights I cried myself to sleep. Nah, this is just wheels. Real wealth's in the family I kept." He walked away, the crowd parting, leaving Brad to nurse his drink alone. Outside, Ethan called his kids. "Daddy's coming home, pizza night." The Cullinan's taillights faded, carrying away the last echoes of Elmwood's empty crown. Story 3, Shadows in the Spotlight. High school in Riverton was a spotlight that burned the weak. Liam was Ash, widowed at 17 when his wife, high school sweetheart, died in childbirth. He raised their daughter Mia alone, skipping proms for formula runs. The Bullies, spearheaded by Tyler, the debate team captain with Daddy's law firm waiting, feasted on his vulnerability. "Deadbeat dad," they'd whisper, slashing his tires, spreading rumors he was cursed. The 10-year reunion email from Tyler screamed trap, all welcome, even the ghosts. A private message sealed it: "Show up, loser. We'll toast your failures." Liam, 28 now, scrolled it while Mia napped. Fatherhood had forged him, grief therapy led to writing, a blog on resilient parenting that went viral, landing book deals and TED Talks. His latest advance bought the Rolls Royce Ghost, a whisper-quiet haven for late-night writing sessions. He arrived as thunder rolled, the Ghost's silver body slicing rain-slicked streets. The venue, a glittering hall, thrummed with nostalgia. Tyler, disbarred after embezzlement charges, schmoozed desperately, his tie askew. "Remember Liam, the widower wimp. Betty's panhandling," he quipped, eliciting awkward laughs from Sarah and the rest. Then, doors swung open, Liam, poised, Mia's latest artwork pinned to his lapel like a medal. Jaws dropped. "No freaking way," Mike breathed, the ex-jock now coaching Pee Wee League. Tyler froze, scotch in hand. "Liam, you look different." Liam extended a hand. "Life does that. This ride helps with book tours, from shadows to strength, just hit bestseller." The buzz ignited, phones out, searching his name, op-eds, podcast empires, a foundation funding grief counseling for young parents. Sarah, a harried mom of 3, pulled him aside. "We destroyed you. I was part of it, I'm ashamed." Liam's voice softened. "You were kids. I was broken. Forgiven." Tyler sidled up, sweat beading. "Fancy wheels for a sob story scribe. Daddy Warbucks now." Liam turned, eyes like polished steel. "Nah, just a dad who turned pain into pages." "What's your story these days, Ty?" "Heard about the firm." Tyler deflated, mumbling excuses. Liam spent the night weaving tales of hope, drawing in the forgotten faces, their eyes lighting with possibility. As he left, the Ghost purred to life, headlights cutting shadows. Tyler watched from the window, the spotlight finally off him, revealing the hollow man beneath. Story 4, The Fortune in Forgiveness. Oak Ridge High's halls echoed with cruelty, and for Noah, they were a cage. Single dad at 16 after a fling gone wrong, he balanced diapers and diplomas, ridiculed by Connor's crew. Baby daddy bust, Connor, the valedictorian heir to a real estate empire, would mock, orchestrating pranks like locker graffiti. The reunion invite was gilded poison, Connor's yacht club bash, with a sidebar, nose coming. Epic fail video op. Noah laughed bitterly, showing it to his son, now 10 and thriving. Those desperate years birthed ingenuity. He invented a baby monitoring AI that startups devoured. Acquisitions rolled in, and the Rolls Royce Dawn convertible was his reward, a top-down escape for father-son drives. Sunset painted the yacht club gold as Noah docked. No, drove up, the Dawn's curves drawing stares before he even stepped out. Inside, crystal chandeliers dangled over laughter. Connor, empire crumbling from bad deals, boasted hollowly. Noah the notch, still changing nappies. Snickers from Sarah, now a realtor scraping by. Then, Noah entered, sun-kissed from a recent Maldives trip, son's photo as his lock screen. Noah, Mike yelped, the ex-nerd turned barista. Connor's toast died unspoken. Nice drop top, someone ventured. Noah grinned. Dawn suits the name, new beginnings. Funded it with the patent sale, we're talking 9 figures now. Gossip swirled, Forbes mentions, charity galas for teen parents. Sarah confessed over hors d'oeuvres, Connor made us monsters. I regret it all. Noah clasped her hand. Regrets a teacher. I learned to build, not break. Connor cornered him on the deck, wind whipping. Flashy car for a teen dad. Bought friends yet? Noah leaned on the rail. Friends. Nah. Family's free. What's eating you, Con? Empire not so imperial. Connor's facade cracked, admitting the bankruptcies. Noah nodded. Hit me up if you need a pivot, I've got connections. He drove off at dusk, top down, wind whispering forgiveness. Connor stared at the waves, fortune's wheel turned against him. Story 5, Rust to Riches. In the Rust Belt grid of Steelton, high school hardened hearts. Dylan was sophomore, single father figure to his disabled brother after their folks bailed, mocked relentlessly by Logan, the wrestler with WWE dreams. Welfare warrior, Logan grunted, body slamming him in the halls. Reunion cards arrived. Logan's gym fundraiser, baited with, Dylan's debut flop. Dylan showed his brother the taunt text. Crawl back, cripple keeper. Laughter hid tears, but success armored him. Coding for accessibility tech, voice apps for the mobility impaired, netted venture capital. The Rolls Royce Wraith, black as midnight resolve, sat in his driveway, a testament. Floodlights bathed the gym as the Wraith prowled in, exhaust a low growl. Logan, sidelined by injuries, pumped iron poses for selfies. Dylan's dragging his deadweight bro. Pay-per-view pity, he barked, crowd tittering. Sarah, Logan's echo, smirked. Doors opened, Dylan, sharp-suited, brother's custom chair app demo on his tablet. Dylan hail. Mike gawked, ex-bully now gym rat. Logan's weights clanged down. What the, that's a ghost ride. $300,000. Dylan nodded. Wraith fits, haunts the doubts. Built it on code that gives voices to the voiceless. Sold the IP last year, we're global now. Searches confirmed. TEDx speeches, millions in donations to disability rights. Sarah approached, voice small. We were blind. I'm volunteering now, sorry doesn't cut it. Dylan smiled. It cuts enough. Changed as the rest. Logan lumbered over, fists clenched. Fancy hearse for a has-been. Brother still a burden. Dylan's gaze held. Burden. He's my why. What's yours, Loge? Dreams deferred. Logan slumped, muttering knee woes. Dylan offered a card. Tech for athletes, rehab apps. Try it. He rolled out, Wraith vanishing into night, Rust transmuted to unyielding riches. Story 6, the air's humbling. Prestwick Prep was pedigree and poison. For Ryan, it was poison, single dad surrogate to cousins after family tragedy, derided by Preston, the legacy kid with yacht clubs in his blood. Charity case, Preston preened, auctioning Ryan's lunch money for laughs. The 10-year gala invite was velvet venom, Preston's vineyard estate, whispered, Ryan's rags to richer joke. Ryan shared it with his cousins, now in college on his dime. Humble hustles in fintech, blockchain for family remittances, ballooned into billions. The Rolls Royce boat tail, bespoke azure, was his arrival statement. Vines heavy with grapes framed the estate as the boat tail glided up, bespoke details sparkling. Preston, vineyard failing from tariffs, poured pretentiously. Ryan the refugee, still sponging. Guffaws from Sarah, Ex-debutante divorced thrice. Entry,